Hello everyone, welcome back to another introductory video to Python Interpreter. This is our Python Interpreter Introduction series, and we're going to be looking at how you can create a variable outside of a function and then modify that value when you call on a function. So in the last video we looked at creating a function, and we did that and we named it test function, and we had a variable called coolPoints. Well, in this video we'll just call it points. Okay? And we'll set points equal to 5,000. We'll do 1,000. And we push enter, and if we were to call on our points and we wanted to print out points on the screen, we get an error because it says it's not defined. It's only defined inside of that function, so we can't do that. Now, in the last video, when we created our function, we set it equal to a value, our variable equal to a value of something like 1,000, and then of course if we print points within inside of this function and we test function, we get 1,000. Okay, but maybe there's a situation where in the beginning of the game the player or the program, let's say, has 1,000 points, but when this function is accessed it needs to increase that value. So in order to do that, we have to create what's called a global variable, and we do that by first using the keyword global and then space the name of the variable that we want it to be. So we're going to change points, or not change points, but we're going to make a variable called points that's global. It can be used inside and outside of functions unless a function adjusts that value. So points is going to be equal to 1,000 now. So now we have a global variable called points, and it's 1,000. I know that because if I type in points, it gives me back 1,000. But let's say I have a function that's called increase points. And when this function is called, it does, as a good name for it is it increases our points. And we're going to say that points is now 10,000. And then let's print out points. So, I want you to think for a moment about when I type in points, what is the value I'm going to receive? Well, it's 1,000, because our global definition, or our global assignment, rather, for points is 1,000. But if we were to access our increase points function, it's going to change that value into being 10,000 and print out the assignment value of 10,000. Okay, so that's how you can create a global variable that can be used in any number of functions. And then if you were to access a function and you needed to change, you can do that. Now, let's say we have another function called, how about add points? Need a space here. And inside of this function, we want to take our global variable of points, and let's say it's new point total, and set our new point total equal to what our points are plus 10,000. And then when we print this out, we want to be able to see what our new point total is. So when we type in points, we get 1,000. But if we were to access our add points function, we have 11,000. So it took our global value and then it added it to a new local variable inside of our add points function. It took our points and added it to this 10,000, and now we have a total of 11,000 points. Okay, hope you found that Python interpreter video helpful. Feel free to leave any comments down below if you have any questions, or if you'd like to see something in a future video. Really appreciate you watching, and hope to see you in a future video. Thank you, and take care.